Sukat ng Kalikasan, translated as measurement of nature, is a framework that aims to guide natural resource managers of the Philippines in identifying the country's conservation targets and ecological, socioeconomic, and cultural values, and help in measuring conservation impacts. It combines two globally accepted frameworks, the High Conservation Value Areas or HCVA and Natural Capital Accounting or NCA, based on the United Nations system of environmental economic accounting. Let's take a look at the framework Sukat ng Kalikasan is based on. HCVAs are critically important areas of natural and social significance. They serve as guides in determining what needs to be conserved and protected. NCA, on the other hand, measures the stocks and flows of natural resources and the benefits they provide. A scorecard that keeps track of all the valuable things people require, utilize, and enjoy from nature, like trees, water, and clean air. It gives an idea of the extent to which resources can be used before they reach critical levels or become depleted. By combining the two into Sukat ng Kalikasan, natural resource managers are given a powerful tool in understanding the overall state of nature. To localize the use of the Sukat ng Kalikasan framework, USAID's Sustainable Interventions for Biodiversity, Oceans and Landscapes Project or CBOL looked at 6 components most relevant to the Philippine setting. These are Sukat 1, Species, Sukat 2, Ecosystems, Sukat 3, Rare and Threatened Ecosystems, Sukat 4, Regulating and Maintenance Services, Sukat 5, Provisioning Services, and Sukat 6, Cultural Services. The first category is species. This Sukat measures whether an area is home to rare, protected, or threatened flora and fauna, perhaps found nowhere else on Earth, that are important at global, regional, or national levels. Next are ecosystems. The Sukat measures whether an area includes different types of natural habitats or ecosystems that are of national and global importance. Examples of these are forest areas, mangrove and beach forests, wetlands, and/or coral reefs, ecosystems that host viable populations of naturally occurring species. The third Sukat measures whether an area contains threatened habitats and ecosystems. These are areas in danger because of human activities that alter and degrade these natural systems. By looking at the conditions of these three, the Sukat ng Kalikasan framework can help approximate the monetary value of the other three, collectively referred to as ecosystem services. Let's take a look. Sukat 4 or Regulating Ecosystem Services are life-sustaining processes that make the environment habitable. These services are not quantified yet since they are not directly traded or exchanged in markets, unlike the raw materials and provisioning ecosystem services. Examples of regulating ecosystem services are climate regulation, flood control, landslide mitigation, and even pollination. Sukat 5 or Provisioning Ecosystem Services are resources that we consume directly from the environment, the water we drink, the fresh ingredients we buy from the market, the raw materials to build infrastructure, and even the medicines that we take. Lastly, Sukat 6 or Cultural Ecosystem Services are intangible or non-material benefits we reap from the wonders of nature. From ecotourism and recreation to opportunities for cultural enrichment. This type of service demonstrates how the environment impacts the many aspects of life, including mental health and spiritual development. Among communities and groups, the indigenous peoples connect most with this ecosystem service, given how their way of life is influenced by nature. Let's take a look at an example. Experts can use the Sukat ng Kalikasan framework to identify a mangrove forest in danger of reclamation as a threatened ecosystem. They then account for the benefit it provides when it stores carbon from the atmosphere, prevents soil erosion, protects coastal areas from storm surges, and acts as nursery for various types of fish. Using scientific data, Sukat ng Kalikasan can give an actual cost-benefit analysis of what the people stand to gain or lose from decisions that will impact the environment. What are the practical applications of Sukat ng Kalikasan? This framework can help in providing a more accurate estimate of the extent of fishery harvesting and exploitation in marine protected areas. Developing a protocol to quantify the contribution of mangroves in absorbing carbon. Establishing national forest, coral, and fisheries assets accounts. Improving the Philippine Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan. Streamlining data capturing and information management systems of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Improving the management effectiveness of protected areas. Supporting biodiversity-friendly enterprises. Aligning economic incentives with environmental conservation. Improving environmental law enforcement tools, and strengthening the capacity of law enforcers to go after environmental crimes. Sukat ng Kalikasan can help make informed decisions related to the consumption, conservation, and protection of the Philippines' natural resources.